Canadian leaders of all stripes identified with Nelson Mandela. With the Canadian delegation, our Ottawa Bureau Chief, Jacques Bourbeau.
Former Prime Minister Kim Campbell got into the spirit of this memorial service, dancing as South Africans celebrated the life of Nelson Mandela.
I think people have really embraced this whole, week of celebrations in the spirit of a real kind of joyful celebration.
The same thing struck Prime Minister Stephen Harper as he watched the proceedings. Cold, wet weather couldn't dampen the crowd's enthusiasm.
Today, as I said, was more a celebration than a funeral, a celebration of a very long life, but a very important life. Obviously one of the giants of history.
It is their culture, they're different than us, and it's a way to show their love for him, and they have faith, and they see him upstairs, so they salute him, I guess.
Chrétien watched the service with 3 other former prime ministers, 2 former governor-generals, 4 premiers, and opposition leader Tom Mulcair. They were well away from the stage at the opposite end of the stadium. But even from that vantage point, they were all struck by different things. Alberta Premier Alison Redford worked with Mandela in the early 1990s as he rebuilt South Africa's legal system.
To see so many ANC leaders up on that stage and him not be there was very difficult for me.
When Nelson Mandela came to Canada, he said that Canada was a model for him. We've got to understand that we do have a lot to offer the world and get re-engaged, something we used to do in the past that we don't do so much anymore.
Assembly of First Nations Chief Sean Atleo sees parallels between Mandela's struggles and the situation facing Canada's First Nations.
And I believe we're going to bring the spirit of reconciliation and compassion that Nelson Mandela's message provides to the world back home to Canada and get on with the real work of reconciliation.
Members of the Canadian delegation have one more official duty to perform. Tomorrow they travel to Pretoria to pay their last respects to Nelson Mandela, whose body will be lying in state for the next 3 days. Eric? Jacques Bourbeau here in Johannesburg. As Jacques was saying, starting tomorrow through Friday, South Africans will be able to file past the casket of Nelson Mandela in Pretoria. And then on Sunday, the final goodbye, a state funeral in Kunu, the home village of Nelson Mandela, where he will be buried.